guys, it's Dude49, and I got to play a little bit of the new DLC called Death Star that's coming to Star Wars Battlefront, and yes, you can play as R2-D2. Now, in this game mode, you have to escape the Death Star, and the idea is you have to go in as rebels, infiltrate the Death Star, go all the way to the back of the base, grab R2-D2, and yes, you play as him when you grab him, and then you have to make your way all the way back and escape with the ships. Now, R2-D2 has 3 abilities. One of them is the Pulse, which will alert your entire teammates to where all the enemies are in that vicinity. It is so good, and it actually helps your team a lot in getting the objective done. The second one is a little poof of smoke. It's not as good. It just like covers R2-D2 so the enemy can't really see him. And the third one, at least that's what I think it does, and the third one is a disruption pulse, which is going to disrupt all the weapons of enemies and droids and turrets around him so that he can get away without getting shot at. Now, if he is shot at enough times, he has to hit R to get back into play, and that way he recharges his health. But in that time when he's disrupted and can't do much, the enemies can go up to him, hitting their use button, and they can disrupt him out. So now the rebels have to go back and try to get R2-D2 again. And yes, when you go to get R2-D2, you become R2-D2. We've got a total of 2 new heroes coming in, and the first one is Bossk.
Never turn your back on me.
He's got 3 abilities. The first one allows him to shoot grenades at people. When activated, all you got to do is just keep spamming your attack button, and he will keep launching those grenades at people. And it is really good, especially on the Death Star, being as it's a closed environment, it's going to do a lot of damage. The second ability is kind of like a heat sensor. It allows him to see where people are. So if people are hidden and you're having a hard time seeing them, Bossk is the guy with that ability that's going to make him see all those people. Although I did find it a little bit troublesome because you can't tell who's your teammate and who's the enemy. Now, the third ability, it drops a toxic grenade on the ground, but in the process of him dropping it, it makes him jump out of the way. The second hero is Chewbacca, a hero we've always been waiting for, and the cool thing about him is as he fires his bolts and gets a kill, he now increases the number of bolts. Now, his first ability works on that. You can double those bolts. Now, I don't know what the max number is, but the idea is more kills equals more bolts, and now you can double it with his first ability. The second ability is a Mighty Roar, which inspires rebels to fight stronger, and the third ability is a Ground Slam. So if anybody's nearby, instead of doing a melee kill, why not go for the Ground Slam? Now, of course, the Ground Slam has splash damage, and it's an instant kill, so anybody in that radius is going to be taken out. Now, we're also going to see a new game mode called Battle Station. It's got 3 phases. The first one, you have to kill the Star Destroyer. So, of course, we are looking at space battles, and in order to take down the Star Destroyer, you have to take out 3 points on the ship, and after you take out those 3 points, you have to take out another single point on it, and once that is taken out, the entire Star Destroyer is destroyed, whereas the Imperials are going to try to stop you, and you have to do this within a set time frame. Now, the second phase is going into the Death Star, where you're going to have to rescue R2-D2, and the third phase is now fighting in the trenches of the Death Star, where you will also be able to play as Luke and Darth Vader with their own ships. Luke's ship is the Red 5 X-Wing, and unlike any other X-Wing, it's got 3 abilities as opposed to other X-Wings which only have 2, and its abilities are the shield, which allows him to be protected. He's got the healing ability, which we haven't seen on any other ship, but it rapidly heals him because of R2-D2, who's sitting in the back of his ship. And the third ability is the ability to shoot a proton torpedo, but keep in mind Luke's ship is only 3 times as strong as regular X-Wing, and Darth Vader's ship is much stronger. And Darth Vader's ship is the TIE Advanced X1, and its abilities are the ability to have a shield, the speed boost, and the rapid fire. Now, keep in mind, Darth Vader's ship is much stronger than Luke's, so that is where the balance comes in. Luke's able to heal, but Darth Vader is tankier. We're also going to be looking at 2 new blasters. The first one is the TL-50 Heavy Repeater, and this one is my favorite. It's something we haven't seen before, and these 2 blasters have some cool ability. The alternate fire, rather than being able to scope down the gun, you are now able to charge a blast on the opponent, and with the TL-50, you are shooting a concussion blast, which is really good for holding down corridors and shooting it down to take out the opponents. The second blaster is the K-16 Bryar pistol. Now, this is like a sniping pistol. It's really good at long range, range, and when you charge it, it shoots a powerful blast that's a one-hit kill. Now the TL50 has splash damage with its charged shot, whereas the K16 doesn't, or it has a very small splash damage. So ultimately the TL50 is definitely the better blaster to use. We've got 2 new star cards, and the first one is a medical droid, which is really good for teamwork because you just drop that down and it periodically provides healing and boosts to star card recharge rates. The second one is a laser trip mine, and it does exactly what the name says, but the catch is if it doesn't kill them when they pass through it, it has a built-in scrambler, so it still is very effective. And to wrap it all off, we've also got a bunch of new skins that are going to be coming in, a new customization screen for customizing those skins on the player you want, and a total of 5 new maps, with a bunch of new patches to the game where it totally feels different than day 1 release of the game. So that sums it up for everything we are going to see with Star Wars Battlefront Death Star DLC. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like down below and share it with your buddies who you think this information would be useful to know about. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys later.